These are going to be their teams. They'll play. This is how Denver will obviously be next year. So they'll play Cincinnati at home. Then they got a pretty down New York to take on the Giants. Thursday night matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs. Then they got to travel to Cleveland. Go to bye week. Go back home week 7 against Dallas. They'll play Jacksonville. Then travel to stay home for the Washington football team. Play the Las Vegas Raiders in week 10, week 11, home against Kansas City. Week 12 will be a Monday night matchup, the first time they ever play Lamar Jackson. Then they play the Chargers at home, travel again up to New York to take on the Jets with Justin Fields. Then they take on the Chargers week 15 in Los Angeles to take on Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Then they will close out their home schedule with the Raiders, travel to Pittsburgh. You know, guys, I think I would love to, at least just predict exactly what's going to happen, you know. Okay, starting with the Buffalo Bills, we know that, they made it all the way to the AFC Championship. I feel like they'll go on the road and they'll take down the Dolphins. And then, depending on what happens to Deshaun Watson, I think the Texans will lose regardless because I think they're going to be rebuilding. Then, this is a big question mark as well. Don't know if Drew Brees is done, but with a win here, then the same story with the Steelers, but I think Buffalo wins. Then they play against Tampa with Tom Brady if he doesn't retire. I think they will lose there. And then a week 6 Sunday night matchup against the Chiefs in a rematch. I think they take that game. Then they play Tennessee. They'll take them. Easy win against the Falcons. Easy win against Jacksonville. But then I think it's going to be tough if Justin Fields ends up becoming what Lamar was or Justin Herbert was. I think they might have a chance. So I'll give them a loss. And then they play the Colts. Who knows who their quarterback's going to be. So they'll win there. New England, they're getting rid of Cam Newton, so no one knows what they're going to be. I think they will beat the Patriots. Carolina, I think will be a better team, but I still see them losing. New England getting swept. They will not get swept by the Jets, and they will wrap up against the Miami Dolphins. So, we're going to look at their preseason. Yeah, their preseason was bad, but now the Browns, they're another team that I think is going to be good. I think they win against Minnesota. They will beat the Steelers, and they will beat the Bears. So they'll be 3-0. I think they lose against the Broncos, which I'll obviously play that one. They'll beat the Texans. They'll probably beat the Raiders, most likely. They'll beat the Patriots. I'm going to say, it's kind of hard to say exactly if my lines are going to be good or bad. So, you know what? I'm going to leave that one as a question mark. I think they'll beat Pittsburgh again. Cincinnati, I think we'll give them a game. They'll lose there. And then they'll lose to Green Bay. They'll at least lose one game to Baltimore. Then they will beat the Chargers. Come out with a win against Baltimore. somehow beat the Chiefs, and then they will win it out against Cincinnati. So, you know, Tampa Bay, I think, will probably lose this one. Because if it's a rematch, you know, of the NFC Championship, I can honestly see, you know, those guys going at it again. New England, easy win. Tom Brady, if he's still on the team, will go up against his former team. Easy win against Atlanta. I think Carolina gives them a game there, so that's their second loss. End up winning there. They'll win there. Win there. I think the Rams give them a good game. That's a loss. You know, I think they lose back to back. And then they beat them. Somehow beat the Jets. They will beat the Falcons. They will definitely beat the Cowgirls. They will end up probably beating the Giants. Panthers will lose to them. And you know what? I'm going to go on a limb here and say that the Eagles will actually have a good quarterback in Hurst. I think that, you know, they're going to go and make a damn good run. Now, Chargers. Alright. Obviously, the AFC West rival. Get a loss on the road against the Raiders. A win against the Patriots. I think they will actually get swept by the Raiders. Okay, so to this point, they're 2-2. I think they win at home. Lose against Baltimore. Lose against the Eagles. Go to bye week. Lose to Kansas City. But then they win against the Bengals. They'll beat the Steelers. And they'll beat the Texans. I think they will lose to Denver right here. Cleveland will win. And Denver will sweep the Chargers this time. They will end up beating the Giants. And then choke the season away with Dallas right there. So 8-8 is what I think their record will be. You know. And then Kansas City. Whew. It's kind of hard to predict, you know, their record, but they're going to lose a lot of key players as well, guys. So we'll start with at home against the Raiders. I think they'll beat the Raiders. They'll definitely beat the Giants, but then I think they lose against Tennessee. Denver, I think they will go ahead and get... I don't see Kansas City being Denver next year, so I'm going to say 2-2 there. End up at 2-3, drop to 2-4. Okay, so they're 2-4 to this point. I think they win here, go 3-4, end up at 4-4. I think they Lamar will finally get one here, drop to 4-5. Pretty much playoff hopes are slim. Denver goes on to win there. 4-6, so they'll go on to win here, and up at 5-6. They will have a pretty interesting matchup if they have Hurst as the quarterback. I think Kansas City somehow escapes them though, so they'll go 6-6. Win there, go 7-6. I'm sorry, I can't give Dallas a loss. I mean a win. So they'll go 8-6. Drop to 8-7, and somehow find a way to beat the Raiders and sneak in as a wild card. I think they will end up at 9-7. You know. Alright, so the Raiders. I think, you know, they start off the season 0-1, win at home, so 1-1. They'll end up at 2-1 there, 3-1 here, 4-1. Easy win here to go 5-1. End up at 5-2, 5-3. Question mark. Yeah. Alright, so let's get this season started, guys. Alright, so you know, I think Mac will be the third string QB. We have Matthew Stafford as the starter, you know. I think this time Philip Lindsay will find a way to get his job back. We'll have Cortland Sutton, Jared Judy, KJ Hamler. Actually, KJ Hamler will end up being the number 2 receiver. And then number 3 will be Jared Judy. And then, you know, all these other guys, pretty damn beast, you know. Noah Fant being obviously the favorite to be the number 1. Then, you know, all that fun shit. Malik Reed, obviously, because he has more experience, you know, 74% overall. So, what is the season goal for this team?
Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards, but
I say make the playoffs. Their goal every year, guys, is to, you know, make a playoff run. You know, I just feel like, you know, they just need to fucking get over the hump. Then, you know, I'm gonna leave the Broncos defense be. Because I feel like, you know, this is gonna be a damn good team for years to come, you know. No, guys, I think, you know, pretty much, you know, Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just play a full hour, you know. So we'll have Denver taking on the Cincinnati Bengals, you know. Here we go, guys. So here comes the Broncos in week 1 at Sports Authority Field at Mile High.
Today,
From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Matthew Stafford and the Denver Broncos versus Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
In a few months' time, snow will blanket the Great Peaks just to our west, but for now, summer still in full swing at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows. No more podcasts. No more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
It's a gain of... Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Our first carry here for Joe Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
48-yard line.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete.
Burrow's pass.
And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. This pass complete to Higgins. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eye.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Just shy of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the 1st round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon taking it in. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And his arm strength is often described as out of this world, and I've seen some throws out of him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes he relied on his arm so much, his footwork got in the way, led to some inconsistency. I love watching him evolve as a quarterback. He gets better and better each year.
The pass there complete to Sutton. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A huge play there for Denver, 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay.
Number 30, Phillip Lindsay.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The 22-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll run. It's Lindsay. And fights through one man. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Denver Broncos.
Now it's Lindsay. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Lindsay, the ball carrier.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Wide open receiver complete.
Stafford's pass.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
That's a gain of 6. Brings
Stafford on 3rd down. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
for the extra point.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
A loss of 8 yards.
That's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Mixon with a first down carry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
33-yard line.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. He's got his man, Boyd. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
To number 80.
Tyler Boyd, 33 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Set to kick off.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
4 yards.
Stafford. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A nice gain of 21 yards. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal. And this time he is in. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal.
Good.
A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bengals drive about to get going, and the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
All right, here we go. 3rd down.
That is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Oh, he'll let one. He's got him in. Complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball is not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. These two teams all tied after one.
First quarter with the score tied 14-14.
Here we go. Pressure again.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon.
Fucking screen.
20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The gain of 39 that time. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Fucking balls. Roughing the pass in my ass. I wasn't even fucking close to hitting there.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Where they
Joe Mixon, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
16 yards right off the bat for a first down. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. On first down, right back to Lindsey.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsey, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a Philip Lindsey touchdown run. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
God damn it.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that Joe is used for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Burrow will throw. This one complete to Tanyan underneath.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And running with power here. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
I want left. I want it the right side.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
Bengals 24.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball to the post and take the two.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Here's Stafford. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field. Try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Now Burrow on first down. His hands quickly to Higgins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Fuck you, bruh. Pissing me off.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Like in real life, they always fuck over the Broncos, man.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Fucking all fucking course, man.
Every fucking for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Burrow, man.
Marvin Jones.
He ain't fucking great.
36 yards. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate through.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take it. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Denver Broncos.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Lindsey. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Fucking ball!
Sutton is intercepted.
Shit.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. On a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Very mad.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Fuck you.
This one
I'm
complete to
not glad
Tony
I
underneath.
didn't hit you.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
You.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Come on. Fucking move.
Now Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
That's another
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Returning it, here's Hamler. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. A gain of 3, second down. Now a handoff for Lindsey.
Fuck! Get on the lead!
There's a little
Fat
bit of
boy,
room, a little bit of space in order to
Fuck,
maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Lindsey, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsey on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. You know, normally he's probably happy with how he's playing. He's playing pretty well, but in the second quarter, you look up your team's losing. I don't think any quarterback's satisfied.
Not at all, and what they're really seeking is how do I play even better and inspire my teammates to do exactly the same in order for us to get back on top on the scoreboard. That's when you find out you have a quarterback. If they're just satisfied with their stat line,
they're not really a leader.
Not at all. You just have a guy playing the position.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
Oh my fucking God, man. It's pissing me off.
For a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 47 yards as they have taken the lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
Fucking going back and forth. It's not making me too happy.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Philip Lindsey and the rest of the offense heading back out. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Yes, and he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
And 9.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down. Here's Stafford. This is the tight end fan. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Broncos first down.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Stafford 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brings up 3rd and
throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. He'll find Lindsey here. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now on 4th down, Vic Fangio going to send out the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half.
38 all.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range.
Fucking come on!
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down, here's Burrow. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On second down, Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Boom, baby.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Browns who have the lead in the second quarter. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. A 31-point win. 38-7, the final. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they trail the visiting Green Bay Packers as that one's gone to halftime. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentator.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run by Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
Tackle made.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Denver Broncos.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here.
Are you fucking kidding me? Goddamn flag, man.
Come on, baby, we gotta do our job. We gotta do our
Fucking
And that'll set him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's a give to Lindsey. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
On the carry.
He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there, but now it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down, Stafford. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. I tell you, he is closing in on a 300-yard receiving game now. He's maybe one catch away as he's got a first there. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Lindsey, the ball carrier.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Down by Kareem Martin.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
One more time with Lindsey, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A 5-yard touchdown run. Broncos have broken the tie. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Bengals.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
He's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On second down, here's Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Oh, hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Hamler now on the return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out there to start their next drive, Phillip Lindsay and the Broncos. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now it's Stafford. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards on 1st down. It's Lindsay, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. And now they're in the hurry-up.
4 yards on the pickup.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsay. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsay.
Phillip Lindsay on the carry. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Cincinnati.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
From midfield now, Burrow got a man. It's Tanyan, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And Burrow going to throw again. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll move them back within 6 now.
47. Bengals.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. And I'm just wondering, how many yards is he going to throw for? Well, we're only in the 3rd quarter. He's just thrown for a ton.
You have your abacus here?
What?
Your abacus?
I thought you said like Atticus Finch.
No, we're not getting that deep. But counting this up, we might need a few extra people in here because the yardage he's piling up, the way that he's playing, it's a lot of fun to watch. I can't wait to see what he does next.
We'll see what he does here on this drive. 23 yards the pickup there. On 1st down, Stafford here.
Up and call. I threw that motherfucker.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 45. A little jet sweep to start the drive.
Your jet sweeping.
Nothing doing.
Fucking
He's
work,
immediately
you
taken
bitch.
down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down.
Fucking
Out
ball.
of his hands quickly to Higgins. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Higgins. It's a gain of 10. First
Fucking
down,
send
Bengals.
everyone.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Fucking Surtain, come on, man. There should be a
And
fucking...
past the 35, he'll be dropped
on.
a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Fucking come on.
Open man is Higgins.
That's
It'll be a
in the
pickup of 10
fucking
yards.
3.
And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
That's the end.
Welcome back now to Denver. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
Mixon.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Offensively,
Fucking
that's the
500.
mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out not in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like bats.
Oh my
they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll take it from the
damn, a
18
bunch
to
of
the
the
15,
Bengals
a gain of
getting
3.
hurt, man.
Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
7 fucking sacks, man.
In this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. He's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Lutz's kick
Thank
is good.
God I don't
And
run
that
it.
will bring the deficit back down to 3.
Broncos 47.
Fuck.
So with that
That's
field goal,
not
this one's
good.
now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
Fucking,
This
I'm
game
not
is
happy
unfolding
with how
like
that
a
one
really
guy.
good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right,
Here
come
comes
on,
Matthew
Stafford.
Stafford now to lead his offense back
go,
out
boys.
there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know the quarterback.
There should be a fucking roughing call. Where's the fucking call?
That's my bad. But let's go back out
Piss.
and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that
Fuck
turnover.
you,
Big thanks to the defense.
Bengals.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a
Fucking,
throw.
are
I think
you
he looks at it
kidding
as,
me?
I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the play. Second and
Throwing on second down, Stafford, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Broncos.
Now it's Lindsey, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no
How many
comeback
fucking
lane to be
times
found
is he going to
whatsoever.
get
Second
stopped?
and 10.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford.
Fucking catch the
That'll be
fucking
incomplete.
ball.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Broncos on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it'll be first down Denver. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Lindsey on the carry.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
7-yard line.
Here's Stafford. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Stafford.
These guys are running off.
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton there to make the grab. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Sam Martin set to.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
on second down. Here's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
To C.J. Uzomah. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Number 30, Philip.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 26. A gain of 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Burrow. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
A loss of 7.
Throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Points the target, and he has it over the middle. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Damn, 600 fucking yards. Plus yards.
Joe, a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Burrow will throw. There's a short one caught by Uzama. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 31-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning.
Yep.
A great job defensively.
Man, warning.
That led to the sack.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Burrow loses the football.
Damn it.
I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
By the offense.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
3rd and goal, Burrow.
Incomplete.
Going to be incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its
Here we go.
struggles this entire
4th
game.
down.
Offensively, they've had their way with him.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He completes this to Sutton. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing here, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Roughing the fucking passer, man.
2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Stafford. Goes back to Sutton, this time completes it. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On 1st down, Stafford here. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And incomplete.
Thank God I forced that fucking thing to fucking go down.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A big pickup there, and without question. question. That should be more than enough to wrap
Damn,
this one
30
up.
catches in one fucking game. Holy
Expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing...
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all.
God damn, fucking
is,
67-44,
we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Our hit stick, and that will end the game.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season.
Damn, held them to 9
And
yards
they will hit the
rushing,
road
man.
next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Holy
Meanwhile,
shit.
for Cincinnati, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. Thanks
So,
for tuning in, everybody.
Stafford with
Alongside
600
Charles Davis, we thank our entire
and
crew.
71
Operator
yards
Gordon.
passing.
This is the NFL on EA
Fucking
Sports.
Joe Burrow with 644 passing. Both quarterbacks had a touchdown. Man, 3 touchdowns, I should say. And Philip Lindsay, man, I think he should be about maybe 50% of the fucking player of the game or player of the week. Man. Fuck, man. Cincinnati was fucking tough to beat. If So here we go. This is what it says. Want yards? Offense was the story in the Broncos win over the Bengals. Stafford passed for 671 yards, while Burrow ranked up 644 yards of his own. Damn. Talk about a fucking good game, man. Whew. Let's see, so Sutton, wide receiver Cortland Sutton set the NFL record for the most receptions in a single game, breaking the record formerly held by Brandon Marshall. Cortland Sutton, 592 yards of receiving this week is a new record, new single game mark. Woo! Matthew Stafford had a huge game throwing for 671 yards, which is now a NFL single game record. Which now means Joe Burrow has the second. No more questions about M. Reed's talent. He's good. Hashtag NFL record. Damn. And then Philip Lindsay closing on history. But ho-hum, he'll only be 7th on the single game rushing list. Damn. So, whoo, man, I got my damn team fired up, man. That was just a damn good game against the fucking Eagles, man.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Anyway, alright guys, well, I hope you all had a good, enjoyed this stream. I'm going to bed now. Love y'all, stay bro.